Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel, that is Tech. Hope you all are having a fantastic day. Let us begin with our today's video. So our today's video is going to be of utmost importance for each and every individual working at TCS or people who are planning to join TCS, because in this video we are going to discuss about the resignation process or the separation policy at TCS. So if you are someone who want to resign, or if you are someone who want to know about the following points like rehiring policy, 90 days notice period, acceptance email, or even the retention policy, along with the on-site opportunity, work from office, and salary cut during the notice period, then this video is for all of you guys. Please make sure that you watch this video till the very end and try to understand each and every point that we are going to explain in our today's video. So without wasting any more time, let us move forward. The number one thing that we are going to discuss about is rehiring policy at TCS. Now, a few years back, almost 5 to 6 years back, the policy of rehiring or other policies were like made new. Okay, there were a lot of improvements that were done by TCS side. Okay, the HR and all those policies were like re-evaluated and then processed out. Okay, so were those policies? Okay, basically I'll tell you. So the service agreement for freshers, which was earlier for 2 years, was reduced to 1 year. Okay, and again the agreement amount, okay, if you leave the company within 2 years, earlier it was 1 lakh rupees, but now it is 1 year agreement with 50,000 rupees of bond or agreement. Okay, now the second important thing is that the notice period was increased to 90 days. Earlier it was 60 days, I guess, but now it was increased to 90 days, and most of the IT companies, service based IT companies in India, are now providing 90 days of notice period. Along with that, they also stopped ex-TCSers from rejoining the organization. Yes, you heard it right. That is the rehiring policy. They have stopped hiring the ex-TCSers. Okay. Now, why did they do that? Okay. So there are three important reasons. The first one was to eradicate the malpractices done by the managers by showing dependency of the project. So what used to happen? There are two employees A and employee B. What happens is that after 2 years of working at TCS, the employee A leaves the company with 60% salary hike at other competitor company. Now what happens is that both of the people have joined with 3 lakh rupees per annum. Okay, and there the person A got a bigger hike, right? 60% hike in the other company. Now what happens is that person A again approaches the manager, the old manager at TCS, and tells him that if you like rehire me with a good amount of hike, then definitely I will give you some kind of money. Okay, so now what happens? The person B is still in the same company and is very working with very patience and everything, right? And putting a lot of hard work. And on the other hand, the person A, basically, who is not at all prominent, or who is not at all inclined towards working for the company for a longer duration of time, that person is again coming back to the company, right? So this is what was happening earlier, and to stop this malpractice, what TCS did was they introduced this rehiring policy basically. Okay, I hope that this point is clear. Now if you agree with me, do let us know in the comment section. Okay, now the next point that I want to discuss is improving the employee retention. Now, some employees do not leave TCS just for this fear that they won't be able to rejoin again. Okay. And the third important point basically is that since the employees leave TCS once for higher pay, the management believes that they can leave again if the other company pays them more. So that is the reason they don't want this to happen. Okay. Now let us discuss about the 90 days notice period. Yes, you heard it right. In TCS specifically, it is very difficult to get an early release from the company. Okay, if you are not having a very high package, or you are not like a person who's getting like 25-50 lakh rupees of salary, they, unless and until that happens, okay, you are at a very senior position wherein your notice period is very less, then that may happen. But for most of the people, you have to serve the 90 days notice period. Like there is no other way out. Okay, I hope that this point is again clear. And this is where a lot of people are facing issues right now, because no company is going to give you offer if you are having a notice period of 90 days. Yes, you heard it right. So it is very difficult. It is not impossible, but it is very difficult to get a offer if you are having a 90 days notice period. So most people, what they tend to do is they put down their notice and then they start preparing for the interviews, and then they try to crack the interviews. Okay. Now acceptance email. Now let me tell you first what is the resignation process basically. First thing is that you draft an email and you send that resignation email to your manager and your supervisor. Okay, now what happens after that? Okay, so basically your manager or supervisor, they will receive that email and they might schedule a call with you to understand why you want to put down your papers. Okay, and after that they will write down something, and that then share it with the HR manager. They might forward that email to the HR manager if you have not kept the HR manager in loop. Now you have to mention in the email that on today onwards my notice period starts. Okay, this is very important for you to add. So you should add the today's date, that from this particular day my notice period starts and I am hereby resigning from the current company. Thank you for a lot of opportunities and all other things, right? So from that day onwards your notice period starts to count. Okay, that is very important. That is the reason, please mention the date. Okay, the start date of notice period. Now the second important thing is that after the discussion with the manager, they will try to like provide you something, some help, or they might tell you that we will give you some like more perks or more package. We will increase your package. Okay, we will discuss that later on, but definitely let us go ahead with the acceptance email first. Okay, now what will happen? Now the supervisor or the HR manager will initiate the separation in ultimatics. This is very important, guys. Okay, so as soon as you put down your papers, make sure that this is raised within 3 to 4 days of time. Okay, working days, and that is very important for your like acceptance and everything, right? Now after this what will happen? You will get an, after this initiation of separation in ultimatics, you will get an acknowledgement email from the HR or the supervisor that yes, we have accepted your resignation. Not technically accepted, but we have received the receipt of your resignation. Okay, that we have received the like resignation basically, and we acknowledge it. Now after that what will happen? The HR manager will call you and they will ask you some detailed reasons. Why do you want to switch? Which company are you going to? Whether it is a competitive company or whether you are going for masters and that is the reason you are resigning, and other things, right? For people who don't know, if you are planning to study abroad or online or anywhere, right? If you're planning to take a like resigning because you want to go for a master's abroad or anything, right? Master's, MBA, anything, MTech also. So TCS provides leave without pay. Do consider that before resigning. Okay, leave without pay, we have already created a video on that particular topic. You can go in the TCS playlist and watch that video. Okay, now after that what happens? After that HR manager has called you and taken all the details, the kind of hike that you are getting, okay, and everything. They ask you a lot of questions, right? So then they also ask you that whether there was something that you want. If you want to switch the project, we can do it for you. All these questions they asked and tell you. Okay, now I will discuss about the hike part that they give for you to like for retention of like yours. Otherwise they might give you on-site opportunity also, though I will discuss that later on. But first, what will happen after that? If you tell them no, I want to resign and that is my final decision, then they start to send you the acceptance email on your personal email ID that is registered with TCS, also your TCS email ID. Okay, I hope that this process is clear. Now the retention policy. Okay, now a lot of people get fascinated that TCS might retain them when they put down the papers. No guys, that is not a case. Okay, because what happens basically is that TCS doesn't need to spend a lot of amount to acquire a replacement for the outgoing employee. Okay, please understand this. So TCS has a pool of 6 lakh plus employees basically. Okay, and almost 1 plus lakh employees are sitting on bench right now. Okay, so they have a lot of people to choose from, and the quality of work that TCS does is hardly ever so specialized that a replacement is tough to find. Okay, I hope that you might have understood a lot of things from this point. Okay, so getting approval for the retention incentive is very tough in TCS because the higher management doesn't really care and they don't understand the concept of resource being like irreplaceable or indispensable basically. So which means that they don't believe that if some employee is going, then there won't be any other person who will be able to replace them. So they believe that everyone is replaceable. Okay, this is the thing. So even if, for example, suppose what happens is that sometimes the manager, if you're putting down the papers and there is a huge dependency on you and they are not increasing your salary, then they might tell you that we will send you on site. Okay, you will go in the client office, you will be working from that particular country, you will be earning in dollars or euros or whatever it is, right? And this is what they give. But definitely you should understand, you should ask the manager that is there any on-site opportunity that is available for my role, or is there any visa or anything process that the company is taking into consideration for me to go abroad, or like why this opportunity was not discussed with me earlier before I put down my papers. This is again very important, right? And even if they are providing you the on-site opportunity, do discuss with them that whether that opportunity is going to be from this current project or you are planning from other project where there is a dependency and there is a requirement. And you should also ask them to send you an email, a descriptive email, everything mentioned in that email, detailed email basically. Okay, this is very important. If they're not ready to do so, if they're only like casually saying it, then please don't wait in that company, right? You put down your papers compulsory. Now a lot of people have this question regarding the work from office. People who are putting down their papers, mostly they try to avoid the office, right? They don't want to go to the office because they want to prepare for interviews and other things, right? Yes, that is correct. Definitely you should get some more time to prepare, but definitely you have a responsibility towards your company that you should go to the office if it is the mandate that they have provided. If they are forcing you to come 5 days a week, then definitely try to do it. If not possible, then try to raise some kind of exception or something and provide a valid reason. Okay, now talking about the work from office, let me discuss about the salary cut. Yes, that is the case. If you are not going to office 5 days a week as per the TCS return to office mandate, then definitely they might reduce your salary, they might cut your salary, and that has happened in a lot of cases till now. Okay, so it is very important for you to go to office, raise exceptions whenever required and essential, and then like follow accordingly. But guys, please make sure that you are very decent, very sincere when you're like dealing with the KTs or any other things, right? Knowledge transfer, all those things. Okay, I hope that a lot of points have been discussed, a lot of queries or questions have been discussed, right? So if you have any more doubts, then please let us know in the comment section. We will happily answer all your questions and all your doubts. Do let us know if you want us to create a video on any other specific topic. If you want us to create videos on PF and how to withdraw the PF, then we will create a video on that. If you want to create about the nominations or other things, then do let us know in the comment section. Thank you for watching this entire video, guys. Hope you all have a great day.